So hello from Millhill Street in Dunfermline. This is a 2-bedroom flat that we concluded on for a portfolio bonding client yesterday, Friday. So this was purchased off market, had a home report of £85,000 and we secured it for £67,500. So story behind this one, the seller was a landlord who owned the property in his own personal name. We've actually done a deal with the same seller last year, so he approached me again and said, got a couple more flats to sell. So it had a tenant in before, the tenant had vacated, and I said obviously to the seller, you know, we'll buy it tenanted, ideally we'd buy it tenanted and get cash flow day one. So his existing tenant had moved out, so what we did, we engaged with this seller. He instructed Dyer and Co property to manage the property, put it on the market for let, and we got a tenant secured quite quickly. But we also got a buyer secured quite quickly. So what we did, we had the tenant is lined up to move in today, it's Saturday, and the purchase concluded yesterday, Friday. So it's a cash buy. Our client's going to cash buy the property. After a day of ownership, we're going to move the tenant in. So I'll add as well, the property was sold landlord compliant with all the certificates in place. It's also, you know, in good condition, nice and clean. So the buyer has virtually no costs for getting that tenant in. So the buyer will obviously have it tenanted at 575 on a 67.5 grand purchase price. That's just over 9% yield. So then what will happen at 6 months, he's going to put a mortgage on that property. If it gets valued at £85,000, which is on the home report, he'll pull out all the cash that he invested minus about £3,000 or £4,000 left in that property. So all things considered, a nice little deal. The only caveat with flats like this, Millhill Street, which is in the Brucefield area, properties don't sell fast. The capital appreciation isn't great. However, the rental market is very, very strong, and your discounts like this are possible. So as I advise clients, if your strategy is buy and hold forever, like me personally, then these can be great little additions to your portfolio because of the strong rental demand and, you know, the ability to get those discounts. So that's Millhill Street in Dunfermline. It's not a tenanted property purchase. It's technically not really a vacant property purchase either. So I'm going to dub it a hybrid tenanted property purchase, and I'm going to patent that as a new strategy maybe. So I'll maybe show you around quickly. So there's a nice little bathroom, shower room, the main master bedroom, second bedroom in here with the boiler cupboard and nice big walk-in cupboard, and then the open plan kitchen stroke lounge. So one of the only things I will add about this deal, that kitchen is a little bit on the old side, bit tired, totally fine. So we've got it out at £575 a month. We've advised our client that perhaps down the line, in line of a refinance, you could put the new kitchen in. That would push your value up a wee bit. I would hope with a brand new kitchen, we'd be looking more at a £90,000 valuation on this. And from a rental perspective, we'll probably hit the 600 mark. So probably not a good idea to do it now, but certainly a little something in the background that could be done at a later date. So guys, that's Millhill Street in Dunfermline, 2-bed flat, just around the corner from Dunfermline town train station. Great little addition to our client's portfolio. If you're interested, what's in the portfolio building service, please reach out. I'd be delighted to chat.